Good morning and welcome to, I want to say week 11. We just got back on trail after spending an afternoon and night in the town of Quincy, which was an awesome little town, honestly. Got some really good food, got to meet some new people and a whole bunch of trail angels, and just an all-around pleasant surprise from the town of Quincy. I was in a bad mood heading into town yesterday, and then we got a ride and we got into town, and we did get to do laundry, got some good food, got into our hotel, got a shower. You know, everything was looking up. And then right after we resupplied on the walk back, we saw smoke. However, it looks like it's about 10 to 15 miles east of the trail. And luckily the wind is blowing it away from us. Also, today's weather, super nice and overcasty, probably a little bit drizzly and rainy. I mean, that can't hurt, right? But no one in town, no one ahead of us on trail seems to be too concerned by it, so neither are we. And we're hiking. Pretty easy day today. We are doing 25 miles. That's kind of it. I'm gonna make my way up this hill. It's a long, gradual climb to start the day today, so I'm gonna push on through. Well, the first half of the day has been pretty great. We're getting a touch of a sprinkle out of these clouds, but I'm seeing blue skies now, so I think that's gonna be going away. We are 9 miles from Belden, where we are taking a little dinner break, but over 6 of those miles, we're gonna drop from 6,300 feet to 2,200 feet. Which is an awful lot of feet. Sometimes steep downhills are awful, sometimes they're awesome. So, which one will this be? Well, so far so good. And I'd like to say, I don't know if you can tell looking down here, I don't know. If it wasn't green, I would say this reminds me of the Grand Canyon. Like, just the way I'm looking at trails ahead of me on ridges and the way everything's shaped, and I know it just goes down to nothing and we're going down 4,000 feet. Like, this just gives me real Grand Canyon vibes. It was the good kind of downhill. I've been half running, half walking down this thing. It's awesome. And so because that downhill was so nice, we got into Belden way earlier than planned. We got there at like 2:30. Got some food, drank some soda, a bunch of water, and then this is where we started making bad decisions. Coming out of Belden is a 12-mile, 5,000-foot climb. The original plan was to go up about a third of it coming out of Belden and then do the rest of it tomorrow morning. Now we've decided that we're gonna do the entire climb today. We got full stomachs, we got soda running in our veins, so we're just gonna get through it. It's gonna be probably a late night, somewhere between 8 and 9, I would assume. However, this lets us do a 31-mile day tomorrow and get into Chester half a day early. Tomorrow is Alan's birthday. And, you know, we were hoping we could be somewhere we could celebrate a little bit, not just on trail, but it just didn't line up right unless we do 2 really big days to get into Chester tomorrow night. That is the new plan. God, I love planning. I am very happy for the overcast. I just stopped for a water break, filtered some water, chugged a liter because I'm just pouring sweat, and then filled up my CNOC and just dumped 2 liters of very cold water right over my head, which, wow, is that refreshing. The first time I've had to do it out here. It's gross today. We've got 4.5 miles to go, which I would normally say would put me into camp at like 8:30. However, the latter half of this climb has been pretty significantly overgrown and has had quite a few blowdowns. I mean, a lot of the trail just doesn't exist. You're just kind of pushing through where you can see others have pushed through before you, but there's no trail. And then all of a sudden you just pop out next to a trail somewhere and, uh-oh, this is tough. You figure it out. So that's gonna slow me down. Might be closer to 9. I would like to get there by 8:30 because that's pretty much when it gets dark. So we'll hope that this gets better. $1,300 miles. That's cool. However, that means that tomorrow, on top of being Alan's birthday and town day, is also halfway day. Tomorrow's gonna be a really good day. Good morning. It is 5:40 a.m. and we're off. Like I said yesterday, big day today. Town day, Alan's birthday, halfway day. Big day. We got 31 miles to do. Ideally, we can be there and be hitching by like 4 o'clock. Also, we are thinking about taking a 0 tomorrow. the extra mileage yesterday and today. And if we add a little bit to one of the days coming up, we make it all up and we still get to Burney on Friday, which was the original plan. That's a good zero. That's a zero you earned. So that may be happening. We also just love the momentum we have right now, so we may keep going. Well, I do believe that last night's climb had a greater effect on me than I had originally thought. Today's supposed to be really easy, and my legs have been out of gas since 10 minutes in. We had originally thought we could make the road by 3 o'clock and get our hitch into town in time for Alan to hit the post office today to pick up his package. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just slow. Very slow today. Also, we're in the middle of a giant water carry. It's a 17-mile carry that I am currently 4 miles into, and I finished my first liter already. So now I have a liter of water for the next 13 miles, which is going to be less than ideal.
Yeah, you made it! Half fucking way, let's go! Woo!
Well, would you look at that? A few strapping young lads have officially made it halfway to Canada. Tack that on top of Alan's birthday, and I can't think of a better reason to get to town and celebrate. Well, good morning and welcome back to the Dixie Fire scar, the bane of my existence. We've had some days. Let's do a quick little recap. 2 days from Quincy to Chester were atrocious. This Dixie Fire scar is rough. Lots of blowdowns, lots of overgrown stuff, tripping, hitting your leg. It's been rough, and it's apparently been rough on everyone because everyone we spoke to in the town of Chester was feeling kind of how we were, just beat up. The descent into Chester had me in just an awful, awful mood. We ended up having to get a hotel quite a ways outside of town. And then after dinner, we had to hitch out to the hotel. Luckily, we met 2 awesome trail angels via this. Benji and Tavi, once again, thank you guys so much. Yeah, we spent yesterday just taking a day. I mean, yes, it was kind of in celebration of Alan's birthday, but celebration to us meant don't move, just recover, because those couple of days were tough. And now we're back to trail. And today is going to be a very, very hard, long, late hiking day. We didn't even get started till like 9 o'clock. And we have to do 36, I believe, miles is the target. Today's gonna be rough. So bear with me if I get into a pissy mood later, please. Also of note, I saw this morning that my left hip belt is like half torn off. Don't know how long that's been like that or how long it's been going. I really hope it can hold on. I may need to order a new pack from somewhere or have one of my buddies send me my pack from last year. I hope not. Hopefully this thing just works. Well, going into this, we knew it was a bad idea, so should be no surprise that once again our plan didn't last past lunch. We met up with kind of all the people we met in town yesterday, like 7 or 8 new people, and they're all going to be camping at a campground about 10 miles ahead. And we have decided that we're going to join them and then save the big day for tomorrow, which makes a lot more sense. Mainly because we got started at like 9:30 today. If we're going to be doing 40 miles-ish, then we're going to need to get up and get on trail by like 6. That just has to happen. So, new plan, 18 today, and then I think 42 or 43 tomorrow. That'll be a lot more fun. Good morning. We got us an early start today. We were up at 4, out by 5. Well, because we're doing 43 miles. And we feel like a little bit of extra time can't hurt. Hopefully, it's not as overgrown and blowdowny as the last few days have been. Yeah, big day. Well, the first quarter of the day has been a success. We're 10.5 miles in. It's 8 o'clock. It's right where we want to be. Well, hi. I'm gonna sit here for 15-20 minutes, wait for Alan to catch up, and then we push on. Not a lot to show. These burn scars they're rough. They're rough on the old morale, I think. I feel like that's kind of when both of our shitty moods started. So, from what I heard, when we get to Old Station today, that is the end of the Dixie Fire scar, and we should be out of burn zones until like the very last day of California. So, yeah, that's mid-afternoon today. That is all I can look forward to at this point. Well, goodbye, Lassen Volcanic National Park. Though I only learned of your existence a couple of days ago. I don't know where I'm going with this. You were just another section of the big burn zone, so. One more national park out of the way. Now, we just need to do about 10 more miles to Old Station, where we're gonna hit late lunch. We should probably get there around 1 o'clock, so a little bit late lunch. And from there, I think we're only gonna have like 15 or 16 miles left. So we're on a really good pace right now. Well, where has this terrain been for the last week? Beautiful pine forest, duff all over the trail, shade everywhere. This is what hiking's all about. Well, we got into Old Station, and it was essentially just a gas station. So we got some snacks and a bunch of drinks. I drank, I think, 2 Gatorades, a chocolate milk, a bunch of water. I just came up over a ridge and got my first view of Mount Shasta, which apparently I'm gonna be looking at for the next week. It's gonna take me 3 days to get to it, and then 3 days to get past it. All right, just took our last break of the day. We are exactly 8 miles from camp, which means we are 35 plus miles in. It's a hot day and I'm very, very tired. So I'm just gonna try to put some music on and just kind of zone out for these last 2.5 hours. I've still got a mile to go, but hooray, I hiked my age. I think I've mentioned it before, but it is a goal of mine to hike my age at least once per through hike. And the overnight aqueduct to Tehachapi whole thing ended up only being 41 miles. So didn't get there. My feet hurt. Like, they hurt a lot. It's not the terrain. Terrain's been lovely. It's just that the difference between a 30-mile day and a 40-mile day is a lot more than the 33% you would expect. Good morning. I am tuckered out from yesterday's 43 miles. That's a hard day. Today is a much easier, quote unquote, half day, where we're only doing 17 into the town of Burney. From there, I believe it's going to be 3 days to Shasta and then 3 days to Etna. But we'll see. I'm not 100% sure yet. I think that might be our plan, honestly. And then we will take, I think, another 0 in Etna. So that's the very, very, very rough plan. I haven't even mapped it out on my spreadsheet yet. I just know that there's 100 miles in between towns and that Alan suggested a 0 in Shasta, but we just took one 2 days ago. So I feel like Etna is the more responsible choice. Whoever it was that said walking on this volcanic rock was going to be miserable was pretty spot on. My feet hurt. My feet hurt a lot between yesterday and so far this morning. My feet are killing me. My legs are tired. We have a really easy downhill day today, and I am struggling. Got lucky enough to actually have service on the ridge I was walking this morning, so I was able to text some friends and see if one of them could send me my other pack, because this one is, I mean, I'm surprised it's made it this far, if I'm being honest. The hip belt's holding on by like a ½ inch of material at this point. So I need my pack from last year. So I'm hoping one of my buddies can just overnight my pack to Mount Shasta, which is where we're gonna be on Tuesday. Today's Friday. I'm hoping. All right, got into town, ate some lunch, did laundry, got a shower, got a resupply done, and now I'm gonna go check out some interesting sculptures that, I don't know, it's something to do. Good morning and happy Saturday. Oh, it's the end of another week. We had a great, nice, relaxing afternoon/evening in, I don't even know what town we were just in. Burney. There we go. We got in, got all of our chores done nice and quickly. And then I went over and checked out that cool sculpture place. The church in Burney allows hikers to stay in their big gymnasium for free. So that is extremely kind. And they also provided showers. And so it was just a good place to rest and recover. This morning, got some breakfast, and then back on trail at like 9:45, which is a little later than we would prefer, but we've only got like 25 and a half miles through today, so we should be all right. Plan moving forward is to do 3 days, today, tomorrow, and Monday. Should put us right before the town of Mount Shasta, where my buddy Brady was able to overnight my pack from last year. Hooray! So, as long as I can make it 3 days, I'll be able to swap out my pack on Tuesday when we go into Shasta. I know Alan's worried about our mileage. We stepped it up insanely, and he still is afraid that we're behind. That's, a problem for next week, not today. Today we're gonna walk. We're gonna see Burney Falls, and then we're gonna camp. And we're gonna do it all again tomorrow. Taking a little snack and water break here by this creek under a bridge, so I got some shade. I'm tired. It's hot. I don't remember the last time I felt this out of gas trying to hike. We've only done 12 miles, I think. And I'm just struggling. 12 easy miles, 12 flat miles. I don't know what's up. I really, really hope I can make it the full 25. Otherwise, I'll just make it up later. Well, I think it is safe to say that this hip belt is not going to hold the 70 or so miles to Mount Shasta from here. We're down to probably ½ inch of fabric holding it together at this point. But that's going to be a problem for next week because this is the end of this week. Thank you all. I know I missed saying that again last week. So thank you all, people who have stuck around. I saw a comment recently on one of the videos that noted that my I don't remember, enthusiasm, excitement, happiness, joy, positivity, energy. Something was, or had taken quite a fall in the last couple of weeks. And I'm just not really being that entertaining. And I don't disagree. Maybe it's the NorCal blues and they'll just go away when we get to magical Oregon. That's 2 weeks from now. So let's focus on now. Again, thank you. Anyone who stuck around, you guys are awesome. And I'll see you next week. Good morning. For fuck's sake. Well, good morning. I know I said my goodbyes last night, but I wanted to include this message on this video. I'm gonna take a week off. Not from hiking, just from this, YouTube. I'm struggling. Mentally, and for the last few days physically. Just really struggling. I feel like I might need a 0 or 2, but that's not really an option. So I'm gonna do the only thing I can think of to relieve some stress from my life, and that is to take a week off from recording and editing and trying to slap a smile on my face while I'm really not feeling it. I've got nothing to talk about, I've got nothing to show, and I'm just so tired. So I'm gonna take a week. I'm not quitting. I'll never quit. I don't have that in me. But again, a break. So no video on the 4th, but I will be back on the 11th, hopefully in a much better mood. Thanks, guys.